It's the Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report on the Rural Radio Network. Moline Seed and Fence is proud to sponsor the Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report. Moline Seed and Fence is your local dealer for Riviera custom gates, goat and sheep pens, along with Mountain View sheep and goat equipment. Check out all their products at MolineSeedandFence.com. That's MolineSeedandFence.com. Well, hello there, everybody. Clay Patton with the Rural Radio Network, bringing you the latest edition of the Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report for the week ending May 27th. We'll call the market fully steady on slaughter lambs of all classes and sizes. Slaughter goats, meanwhile, steady to $15 a hundredweight lower. Talking with folks who attended the Sunflower Classic in Kansas, the breeding hair sheep market is in good shape with plenty of demand, still demanding some high prices for high-quality stock. Rain continues to fall in some of the most drought-stricken areas of the High Plains, but time is still needed to grow the forage back, but moods are improving. Outlooks improved greatly over the past couple weeks. So with that in mind, it's likely to improve demand for this replacement and breeding stock going forward as ranchers look to grow herds back once again. It is the Memorial Day holiday weekend this week as well, and oftentimes it's seen as the unofficial start to the summer grilling season. Going to the weekend, though, it's going to be interesting to see what consumers choose to bring to their cookout. Going to the weekend, pork loins were almost the same price as ground beef at many grocery stores across the country. Quite a price disparity there, and so we may get an idea of where does the consumer want to start putting that dollar when it comes to protein. Now, economic data on Friday showed that the U.S. consumer, though, isn't concerned about inflation. They increased their spending almost a full percent, double what analysts were expecting. Meanwhile, U.S. income only grew at about half the pace that spending grew. So they may be putting it on credit, but they're continuing to buy what they want. So hopefully that bodes well for their favorite protein if it happens to be lamb or goat. Now, USDA released their latest cold storage report for April, and as of April 30th, the U.S. has about 24.5 million pounds of lamb and mutton in commercial cold storage. That's down 5% or down about 1.2 million pounds from March 2023. It's unchanged from the amount of lamb held in commercial cold storage a year ago. I would continue to highlight that we're staying more current on our slaughter lambs, and current prices in the U.S. are keeping lamb competitive versus imports, so they're not just stacking it there in cold storage for a rainy day. Beef saw the largest yearly drop, falling 16% at 447 million pounds. That's the tightest beef stocks the U.S. has seen in 19 months. Pork, meanwhile, saw a 6% increase from a year ago to 565 million pounds. Here's a rundown of some of the highlighted quotes this week that we looked at in sales. Centennial Livestock in Colorado sold 24 head of 122-pound slaughter goat withers for $334 a hundredweight. That's $274 a head on the average. Upper end of the draft selling for $360 a hundredweight or $295 a head. Sioux Falls Regional Livestock in South Dakota sold 393 head of 97-pound slaughter wool lambs for $192.50 or $187 a head. Cologne, Iowa also sold 38 head of 107-pound slaughter wool lambs for $191 a hundredweight or $204 a head average. Upper end of that draft bringing $220 a hundredweight or $235 a head. Producers Livestock in San Angelo, Texas sold 163 head of 94-pound slaughter hair lambs for $189 a hundredweight or $178 a head average. Upper end of the draft bringing $198 a hundredweight or $186 a head. Producers Livestock also sold 51 head of young open does weighing 74 pounds. They were 2 to 4 years old. They brought $289 a hundredweight or $214 a head. Meanwhile, Colby Livestock sold 14 head of 40-pound slaughter goats for $317.50 a hundredweight. That's $127 a head. Lamb slaughter this week through USDA estimated at 33,000 head through Saturday, down 2,000 from last week and down 1,000 from last year. Year-to-date lamb slaughter, though, still at 754,000 head, up 6.1% or up about 44,000 from the previous year's lamb slaughter. Live lamb weights were 128 pounds, an increase of 1 pound from last week and down 10 pounds from a year ago. Dressed lamb on the rail, 65 pounds in the carcass, an increase of 1 pound from last week and down 5 pounds from last year. In your regional price breakdown, wool lambs 20 to 40 pounds, $150 to $205 a hundredweight, 40 to 70 pounds, $155 to $240 a hundredweight, 70 pounds and up, $125 to $215 a hundredweight. Hair lambs 20 to 40 pounds, $175 to $257.50 a hundredweight, 40 to 70 pounders, $160 to $240 a hundredweight, 70 pounds and up, $155 to $220 a hundredweight. On the wool ewes, not enough available for a stocker comparison, but on the slaughter ewes, $35 to $130 a hundredweight. Hair rams, $35 to $127 a hundredweight. Hair ewes, not enough applicable trade for a replacement quote, but on the slaughter hair ewes, $65 to $150 a head. Hair rams, $70 to $150 a hundredweight. Kid goats on the 20 to 40 pounders, $170 to $337 a hundredweight, 40 to 70 pounds, $225 to $370 a hundredweight. 70 pounds and up, 250 to 330 a hundredweight. On the withers, 70 pounds and up, 235 to 285 a hundredweight. On the slaughter does, medium and fleshy, $115 to $250 a head. Replacement quality does, $150 to $270 a head. On the slaughter bucks, $120 to $270 a hundredweight, and not enough applicable trend for a breeding buck trend. And that is a look at your Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report. Have a great rest of your day. Remember the reason for the Memorial Day holiday, and in remembrance of the men and women who have given their life in support of our great country. That is the Midwest Sheep and Goat Market Report on the Rural Radio Network.